So this is my weekend review for the first week of December. I'm still going to try to do the 24 no spin days. Really don't know if I'm going to make it, but this is the most no spin days I have gotten this year in 1 month. So I always think that that is a goal I should try to do. But, the summer's always hard. And we will get to that. And most of it is me. Let's just say the first week has not been good. So, last Sunday, I spent $160. Like $40 of that was for like gifts. The rest of it was I saw some TV series that I really enjoyed, whether with myself or with my spouse. We enjoyed watching together. And I haven't watched some of this series since he passed away, but I've been thinking about watching them. And I don't own the series. And at one point, I had quite a few DVDs. I mean, I still have quite a few DVDs. Like, don't get me wrong. I probably have like maybe 50 to 100 movies. Anyway, a lot of them are not series, but I had a whole series. I got rid of it because it was digital, and I don't remember who I had it through. But then I lost it because I think they lost the rights to it or something. Or no, I think it was through Netflix or something. That's what it was. So I just assumed that they would always have it, and then I think they lost the rights or whatever, so it wasn't available. So anyways, then it wasn't available anywhere. But that was a couple of years ago. But so because of that, I've been wanting to get more of DVDs. Just also because I don't, like right now, I'm not getting Netflix. I'm getting Hulu and Stars because it's $2 a month for a whole year. I have my whole year subscription to Peacock that I paid. I think it was $60 last year. It's due next month if I decide to renew. That one I probably will, just because I watch a lot of their stuff. But then then right now I'm spending $5 for I think it's Discovery, but I'm going to end that this month. So anyway, long story short, I want to be able to watch some shows when I want to watch them. I don't want to have to be like, oh, what streaming service are they on? Or, do I have to get that? Or stuff like that. And it's fine sometimes if I go to my local library, because they do have more DVDs than what they have had in the past. But there's quite a few series I have that they do not, that I want that they do not have. So I got one series my husband and I used to love watching, and it's like 10 series, and normally it's like, I think 100 and some bucks, and I got it for 35. So I did get quite a few deals on them. So, but again, it was $160. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, woohoo! Did not spend any money. Thursday, we will get back to that day. Because I just figured out the amount. Friday was a no spin day. Yesterday was supposed to be a no spin day. I got invited to go do something last minute. Went, and I thought it was going to be cheaper than what it was to get in. Then I had a late lunch / early dinner at Culver's. That was $7.20, but then the event thing was $15. All I'm going to say on that, and then the next weekend for certain stuff. If you have kids and you invite someone to go to some event thing, and they don't have any, or maybe even if they do, but you might not be aware of how much stuff costs to get into different places for stuff. Don't just invite the people and have them agree and then at the last minute tell them how much it is, or invite them last minute, and then the person's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go. And then you find out how much it is. Because I think between this and another thing, it's going to be like $50-$60, which I was not planning for. But, anyways, I still had fun. But it's just, keep that in mind when, no matter you have kids, not kids, whatever. When you invite someone, immediately say, hey, this is how much it's going to cost. Would you want to go? Not, hey, do you want to go? Or, hey, I already got you a ticket because I know you want to go. And then, then let them know the price. But anyway, so Thursday, just figure out how much this was. And after I made the purchase, I immediately regretted my decision so much. But I decided not to cancel it. Well, and I don't know if I could have because it's not through Amazon. One of these is through Amazon. One of them isn't. So anyway, I like board games and card games. But, it's just me. There's no one to play with. And every once in a while when we do like get-togethers and stuff, family and stuff, sometimes we play board games, sometimes we don't, or I think we're going to, or bring stuff, and then we never do. So anyway, so I watch a couple of people on YouTube who talk about board games. Well, I didn't realize that now there's like a big, huge genre of board games for solo players or 1 to 2 people. And then even a few that are like 1 to 5 people that you can play now. And it just, they have a solo version, I guess, or whatever. So, oh my gosh, I went through a rabbit hole of finding board games that are solo. Now, I already had one that was for 1 player. But I found this one company, and I really, really want to play this one game, but I tried to find it, and I found the price on Amazon. It was like $80. I was like, that's pricey. So then I thought, oh well, maybe I Googled it, and then I went on the company's website. They do not have it, so it's like they don't. So I thought, well, maybe they'll be sold out. No, they don't make it anymore. So I thought, well, I don't know. I went on eBay. It was more than $80. And notice that, like, the board game company, most of their games are $80 because they're a small company, so they're not making tons of, thousands of these, And then I saw that they were having a sale, like almost half off. And because then I knew for that one board game, $80 that I really wanted wasn't such a bad deal because, it's no longer being manufactured. I went ahead and bought it, and I bought one or two other things with it. So it was $99 for Amazon. And then at the board game company, I got like 4, whatever, 5, something like that of those. So, yeah. So I spent on board games for myself. And I wasn't thinking at the time. Yeah, I should not have done that. At all. Yeah. But I figured, I need to keep stuff occupied for the winter. Yeah. But still, I should not have done that. Because that's a lot of money with my bills. And the amount that I have put on my cards, because I wasn't going to, anytime I use a new website, I put it on my credit cards. I do not use my debit card anymore, because anytime I've had issues as far as like someone accessing my information has been through a website. I think one time was something else or something. But I've had it happen like 2 or 3 times. So yeah. Not to mean that I didn't get my stuff that I had ordered. I did. But, you know, safety-wise. But this is how much I've, you know, now I'm back to like, I think, October, September levels of what I had previously paid off. Which defeats the purpose of me paying extra, you know. So, yeah. Not very good this month. And I also realized something else. As far as we're having our dinner earlier. So, I think I'm going to need more for the budget for gas. Because I believe I'm going to be driving a couple of people, picking them up, taking them to the event, then taking them back, and then I have to go back home. So I think it's going to be more than 150 miles, 170 miles, something like that, of driving. I think almost 3 hours worth of driving, if not more, depending on weather and stuff like that. But that's before I get paid the 13th. The 13th is, I'm going to have like 4 or 5 days as my base pay, so it will be a little bit less. But I did get overtime. I have, this whole month, I have overtime. The overtime finally came in. I don't know. They keep on not announcing the overtime, and then suddenly everyone's putting in overtime, and I've asked and asked and asked if there's overtime. No, we don't know yet. And then I'm like, well, people are putting in, and then they're like, well, you can put in for a few hours, but don't put in a whole lot because they haven't announced it yet. And then you put in a couple hours that are, you know, approved. And then you're like, has it been announced? No, not yet. And then in the meantime, I'm seeing more people putting in hours. I'm like, is it approved yet? And they're like, oh, yeah, you can do that. I don't know what's going on. And I know I'm not the only one who's complained at my work. They're supposed to, we're not supposed to sign up for overtime, even if the system will allow us to do it. We're not supposed to do it until there's an official announcement. And because you get written up because people were doing that. Because then they're taking all of the overtime. But anyway, I don't know. I just heard from someone else that they know by like the second, if the system lets you, that now they're just going ahead and they themselves know people who are going ahead and requesting the overtime, even if it hasn't been announced. So I feel like, okay, well, maybe next month I will do that then. Because they're not even announcing it. And we keep on asking. So yeah. So I am doing quite a few hours of overtime. So my paycheck on the 27th will actually be quite a bit. But we're having stuff before that. Which originally was not the case. So we're having our stuff way earlier. So, but this paycheck isn't as much, even though I do have, I think it's 96 or 97 hours on it, just because I'm not getting that base pay, or I am getting just the base pay on so many different days. So, yeah, I might have to take money out of savings. It just depends on how much it is. But I also have to constantly remember that this isn't the last. For some reason, I keep on thinking that this is the last paycheck of the month. And it's not. And I don't know. Does anyone else feel like it feels like December just started, but it feels like it's already over with? I don't know why. Maybe it's just feels like the whole year has went by. It passed. Feels like it should still be like August or something. Today's weather is really nice. Maybe I might go for a walk or something. It's like in the 50s or something. Earlier in the week, it was not as nice. But for my gas, so I might need more money for the gas budget because I was down to, I think, 30 miles or something like that when I put in gas yesterday. Now, yesterday, I took the money out from the bank of the $50 finally. And now, I only have $20 left. But since I'm going to be doing all that driving, maybe, assuming that that person is going and I'm going to have to pick them up and do all this driving. And then next weekend, I might be doing a lot of driving too. Normally I ride with someone, but I don't know. It might not pan out. So that's another, maybe, I was going to say just 2 hours driving, but no, it would be more than that. I would probably be 3. So yeah. So anyways, now I'm really deeply regretting this decision. But, I figure in some ways will be, one of those mistakes that maybe you make at one point, and I shouldn't have gotten as much. But, on the other hand, I feel like sometimes, you need to do mental health stuff sometimes. And I feel like in some ways that's what I've done because, and then one time I don't get out for a variety of different reasons. It's the holidays and it's busy, October through December. Well, actually January for my work. It's the busiest time of the year. And then so it's always, not that fun. Everyone's working overtime. Usually, every once in a while they'll put in mandatory overtime for my work. So, and they usually, it's hard to get time off during this time. The winter time's also when my husband had his medical emergency and then later on passed away. The weather can be very, very cold, so you're not, not going anywhere. It could be really, really icy. It could be blizzards. And so I just, don't get out. And then, obviously, I'm like usually very reserved and introverted person. So I don't get out much anyways. So yeah, I need to try to do stuff to ensure the mental health stays, where it should be, good balance, But yeah, I mean, I know I'm not the only one. And usually the weather, as far as like, I don't usually get the seasonal, I don't remember, I think it's called SAD. I usually don't get that because I usually, in the past, before my husband passed away, did not care about, that I couldn't go out anywhere. But now, during that time, during the winter time, I should probably get out more than what I do. So I need to make that, even if it's just something that if I do in town and stuff like that, I need to make that also a priority. Maybe just get a cup of coffee once a week or something, not spending like tons of, money, but make it a habit that you can go out and about. Because in the wintertime, I will go literally maybe 2 weeks, a month, where I don't go anywhere. I don't leave the house, you know. Yeah, I just don't. So, but anyways, I know I kind of rambled, but I hope everyone is having a good week. I hope everyone's maybe you guys also got some good deals. Maybe if you guys like board games, stuff like that, let me know. Which ones do you guys like? Oh, I do have with the poll that I did, I do have 2 things I'm going to start doing next year. And so I'm kind of excited about that. There'll be kind of cash saving type things that I'm going to be doing. So I'll probably be making a video and having that air. I don't know if I'll do it January 1st. It's maybe when I might have it air, but I'll record it, before then or something like that. But take care, everyone.